I have a bigger ambition. I love cars, so I'm a car enthusiast. And my intent is to be driving a supercar.
When you're dreaming of this, like that's your North Star.
Yeah.
This becomes like, not to say that you don't appreciate it or you don't, but it becomes like it's less of a decision. We are so focused on the end thing. We are so focused on the yacht, the helicopter, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And it's like, there is no next thing, there's now.
Person who had plans this morning died. Enjoy your time.
I think life is all about, this is the peak. How do I get there as slowly as possible so I can enjoy?
Life is good. How many people can say that they're in that position now where they can just go and buy a significant purchase like that without ever thinking about it? Life's good, huh?
Life is good.
You know, I bought a car today, as I told you.
I heard.
Yeah, I called you. And it was like, you know what? It was a no-brainer in the sense that I didn't have to think, oh, can I get this car? Can I afford it? When I woke up this morning, I had no intention in buying a new car. I was literally I was checking out a venue for a training I got coming up. I was about a 10-minute drive from a dealership. Like, fuck it, I'll go in. Had a chat to him, said, hey, I want to buy this car. Saw the bloke there. As he goes, what do you want? I'll go, I want this. I'm going to trade in that. Let's go. Within 45 minutes, bought a new car and left.
How good.
Yeah, but
What'd you buy?
I just bought a new Ranger. I upgraded my car, let me rephrase that. I purchased a brand new Ranger Platinum. So the top of the range one that you can get. And I walked in there and I said, this is what I want. He goes, I don't have any in stock. When are they coming in? Mid next month. I go, do you have it in black? He goes, yes, I'll take that. Thanks. Really quick transaction. Yeah, negotiated a little bit with him. I said, listen, I'm not going to fuck around with you. I actually said that to him, just like that. I said, I'm not going to fuck around. I go, I know what I want. As long as it's fair and reasonable, feel like I'm getting a good deal, we'll make a deal. It's like, great. I go, this will be the easiest transaction you're going to have all month. I go, but just look after me. So, yep, no worries. Anyway, on my way home, I was thinking, grateful, practicing a bit of gratitude. You know, I had no intention of waking up this morning and buying a car, but I'm at that point in my life where I just walked in, bought the car, thought nothing of it. The price is the price, made the transaction, drove home. Done. Whereas 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, whenever it was, like, oh man, I can't afford that car. I've got to save up. I've got to save up before I can go do that. You know, I've got to
make sure
consult. Make sure I'm in a position to do it. Oh, can I borrow that much? Oh, can I do this? Can I do this? Whereas now it's like, no, let's go. What am I fucking around for? And it was a bit of a fist bump moment. The fact that I could just do that. Now, I bought another Ranger. I could have gone out and bought a different car, like a more prestigious car. Look, for me, it's just practicality at the moment. I like the car. Yeah, it's not like I don't like the car. I was actually looking at
Did you drive one?
No, I haven't. Just yours.
Yeah.
Yours was the only one I've ever driven. Like,
yeah, dude,
the V6.
You're going to love it.
Yeah.
Like, it is such a good car. Like, just comfortable, practical. Yeah. Tried to take my tow bar off yesterday, couldn't get it off.
Should have called me.
I
used to be dramatic.
I was like, oh, there's my phone.
I was going to buy an Audi, actually. I was going to buy an Audi, an SQ8. So a V8, probably a $180,000 car. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? From a practical point of view, where I'm at, what I'm doing in my life, I don't need that car. You know what I mean? So I said, no, I'm just going to go get I keep saying I'm going to get another Ranger because that's what's suiting me right now. And then down the track, if I want to go get another car, so be it, I will. But for the time being, this is the car I'm getting.
Do you think you keep saying just because?
I think I know why, but go.
Why?
I reckon it's because I have a bigger ambition. I love cars, so I'm a car enthusiast. And my intent is to be driving a supercar in the near future. So I think that's probably why I'm saying just.
But also, do you think that is in line with your ability to, I'm sat there, oh yeah, Ford dealership nearby, I'll go in and 45 minutes later you bought one.
Yeah.
Because
it is
just.
Yeah, could be.
In your mind.
Yeah, it could be.
Whether it is or isn't. Like, dude, I'll say openly.
Yeah.
I bought my Ranger, how long have I had for? A month?
4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. It's the most expensive car I've ever bought in my life.
Yeah.
But when you're dreaming of this, like that's your North Star.
Yeah.
this becomes like, not to say that you don't appreciate it or you don't, but it becomes like it's less of a decision. Whereas if you were buying the Audi, you might have sat there. Let me just weigh it all up.
Yeah.
Like, let me just digest. Let me just process everything, and then I'll pull the trigger.
I really think there was a lot of that.
Whereas
100%.
that's why, because your mind is there mentally.
Yeah.
That's why you keep saying just.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. That is definitely exactly where I'm at.
I'm a psychologist.
You look like one.
I'm a
yeah. So, but at the same token, on the drive home, I was like, "Fuck, life is good." How many people can say that they're in that position now where they can just go and buy a significant purchase like that without even thinking about it?
Yeah.
So that made me think, well, imagine in the next few years where we're going to Zagami and we're going, yeah, cool. What color? That one. I want it in pink. Do you have it in pink? He's like, yeah, I can get one. All right, cool. Get it.
Or black, white, black, white. I'll take both. Do you mean? Yes, why not? It's there. I'll take both. I can't decide.
It's all relative.
You can't decide.
It's all relative though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's think about it. There's multi-hub. Okay, I did a training on the weekend.
Yeah.
And one of the guys that was there that was a builder, he was doing some carpentry work for Zagami. But for I'm guessing Mr. Zagami, his kid. All right, his kid.
Oh, not a dealer.
Not the dealer, the actual person.
Yeah.
All right, so Zagami's son or whatever it is. And he goes, he was doing some work on his ranch. Okay, building
Frank.
18.
Frank, his name, yeah?
I've fucking got no idea.
No, it just sounds like it would be Frank.
He sounds like
Frank. Frank fits.
Zagami.
We're going to call him Frank. Get the cars ready, Frank.
We're coming.
Yeah.
Warm it up. Don't put K's on it. Just warm it up. Anyway, he was working on his ranch or something like that. And he goes, he was speaking to him. Nice guy. All that sort of stuff. And he goes, yeah, 18-car garage, mind you. Yep.
Fuck.
18-car garage at his ranch. And he's talking to him. He goes, yeah, I'm accepting delivery next week of a $2 million car. This is his own car now. And he's like, he goes, oh, well, like the builder there was like, oh man, that's amazing. He's like, yeah. He goes, can I be honest? He goes, they mean nothing. He goes, I look at all these cars and they don't do anything for me. He goes, I see them every day. He goes, it's no excitement to me. I'm getting a $2 million car. Okay, cool. It's a nice car. Just another vehicle to me. And it's interesting. That made me say two things. One, the fact that he was thinking like that shows me that he probably doesn't have that level of fulfillment in his life that he probably needs. He's not getting that, wow, I get to drive this car or anything like that. And two was that whole relative thing. You know, to him, if you've got hundreds of millions of dollars, what does it mean to go and spend $2 million on a car or have a car collection worth $20-30 million?
Is that how rich they are?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
No, but like to have a ranch, 18-car garage.
Yeah, I believe so.
Like
yes.
18-car garage is fucking big garage, dude.
Big garage. And if you've got one of 10 Lambos, yes, you've got the point.
Do you know what I mean?
But look, maybe it's a tax write-off for him as well, the same token. Who knows? Maybe the cars aren't theirs. They just drive them until they got 5,000 Ks and then sell them. Fuck if I know. Just saying, regardless for them, it's not a big decision to do that. Same with me. It wasn't a big decision to go buy a brand new $80,000 car. I just went and did it. Yep. I haven't even told my wife yet. I'm going to go home and say, by the way, I've got a new car. Sold this one. Got a new one. See what I mean? I haven't even told her yet. So I look at that and I go, well, that's completely relative to my position right now.
I think it's also a business.
In the future.
It's a business decision.
Oh, yeah. That's 100%.
Like, you wouldn't have told her when you bought the LDVs? Like, maybe
no, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. I said, I said, we've got these two
It's
cars.
not like you said there. What do you reckon?
Which car?
But if you bought a family car or something, or your own sports car, I'm sure you would be like, oi.
Yeah, like if I was going to go buy a Porsche, I don't know if I don't know if I'd surprise her or if I'd take her along with the journey.
Yeah, but so even that element, the fact that you want to surprise her, says enough. Like in the sense of her opinion matters.
Oh yeah, absolutely it does. I don't know. It's her dream car.
Yeah.
So that's part of, like when I gave her current car, she's always wanted that car, like the Discovery that she's got. And I surprised her with it. It was actually pretty cool. I don't know, did you see the video that I put up?
Yeah.
So the video, for the context for everyone watching or listening, she had a previous shape Discovery, and I upgraded it to the new top of the range one. So it was still
it was the same key, yeah?
It was the same key, same body shape. Like it was the current model, just the updated model. So it's different series.
It's different. Inside's different though.
Yeah, the interior was different. It was updated model, new engine, everything. Like it's the top of the range version of that car. She's like always loved it. She wanted it in black, all that sort of shit. Anyway, so I parked the new car next to her car. So hers was grey, the new one is black. I parked it next to it, and she went out that morning. She goes, she calls me. She goes, George. I'm like, what? She's like, she goes, what are the chances someone parks the car I want next to our car? And he goes, and they've parked in our spot. Well, how fucking annoying is that? I'm like, yeah, I know.
How did you find the time to park the car without her noticing?
Wait. I bought the car. Remember, we were in Brisbane. No, Queensland.
Uluru.
Queensland. No, Queensland. No. Yes, Queensland. At a training.
Wasn't it Uluru?
No, you were crewing there. Leadership training. Was it leadership? No, it wasn't. It was a life training.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We were there. I came off.
That was the start of the year.
I got off the plane.
That was the start of last year.
Start of last year.
Fuck, that long ago?
Yes. What the fuck? I had this same conversation the other day. Start of last year, March. It was March last year.
Fucking hell, dude.
I know. So I got home from the airport, drove to the western suburbs, met the guy, picked the car up, then drove it home. I had to drive it around the corner, then got up early in the morning, put it in my spot, moved my car out the way, put it in my spot and left it there. And then what I did is I knew she was going somewhere that morning. My daughter had a birthday. So I swapped the two keys on her car. So then when she went to the car, she tried to unlock her car and it wouldn't unlock because the key wasn't registering. So what she ended up doing was she was like yelling at me. She says, George, like, what the fuck? I don't have the time. The key's not working. I said, of course the key's working. She's like, no, it's not. She's like, okay, press the unlock button. And she pressed it and then the new car unlocked. And she's
That's sick.
What the? Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool surprise. So yeah, I want to do something similar when I get a Porsche as well. But then I thought, it would also be cool to go to the dealership, let them unbox it, we'll take the cover off it, whatever it might be, because that's her dream car. And yeah, I want to do that one day too. So yes, that does matter.
Life is good.
Life is good, mate. Life is good. It's just stages. It's just
so. Why do you think old mate Zagami wasn't happy with?
Look, I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe he just didn't have that. As I said, if you're going to be judgmental from that perspective, maybe it is just as simple.
I actually have a story.
Yeah.
So there was a therapist who was doing therapy for a millionaire. Mm-hmm. So he was in the same position of not being happy with everything, and they were searching about like what makes you happy, and if it's like whatever he buys, if it's his family or whatever it is. And the only point that he said like he feels the most calm and happy is when he does his own coffee in the morning. So it's like a very simple thing that gives joy in life.
Yeah.
Like for me, it is like when I'm learning stuff. I'm learning to play squash now. Yeah. That is the most fulfilling thing I've ever done. For like in the recent year. Okay. And I bought a 3D printer. Now I'm learning about like 3D stuff, sculpting and everything like that. It's like every time I'm learning stuff, rather than just getting an object, I get happy.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think that's
more
important. Fulfillment is the key. That's what it is. I think at that level. Because when you start making, I think it was Andrew Tate said it, he goes, once you get to like 20 mil, there's not much you can't buy. Do you know what I mean?
You know what else he also said?
Yeah.
Having stuff is not fun.
Yeah.
Getting stuff is fun.
Yeah. Enjoying the journey.
Yeah, he's like, the getting stuff is the fun. Like once you have it, and it's true, look, it's true to some degree. Like I wasn't that excited about getting the car, to be honest.
Yeah.
Probably because I wasn't focused on it to the position of getting there. Like I wasn't like, hit this point and I'll get a car.
Yeah.
I just got put in a position where I needed to buy a car.
Yep.
And it's not a dream car.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, whatever. Like it's practical, buy it. But I think it's the focus on progress. I think progress is the key, you know what I mean? Like even with learning something, you don't get happy once you've done it. You get happy along the way because you start to get better at it. It's not like, hey, I'm perfect at this now. Now I'm happy, yay. Or even when you lose weight. Like if you're trying to lose 10 kilos, you don't only get happy when you hit 10. You get happy when you hit 10, but you get happy when you lose 3.
Yeah.
And then you lose 2 more and you're happy. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the progress.
Yeah.
It's the feeling of moving in the direction you want to go with something.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It's the feeling of, okay, this is going well. And someone like that, dude, like, we've shared this, I think we've spoken about this once, but it's like, you know, when you broke, your core thing that everything is like, oh, well, for me it was, everything was like, dude, just got to get money, just got to work, just got to get money, just got to do overtime, whatever it takes, like get money, get. And then eventually you get to the point where you got a bit of money and then you feel the same. And then you're like, what's going to fix this now? I had this one thing I thought was going to fix this the whole time. Do you know what I mean? And working out what that next step is, dude. That guy, I think it would be hard to have everything in life. Have you seen Dan Bilzerian?
Yeah.
What he's doing now?
No.
He stopped everything, all the hedonism, like doesn't do that stuff, bunch of girls, doesn't do any of that anymore.
Yeah. What's he doing?
He's like, it became normal. And he talks about how...
Was that on Patrick Bet-David's
he's
podcast?
been on a few different people. I watched him on Chris Williamson's.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
Or heard it.
And he talks about how if this is the peak, so he goes, I was too focused on getting to the peak really fast. Because, dude, that was a business. You know that, right?
Yeah.
What they were doing was actually very, very structured and planned.
Yep.
And they knew, like, okay, cool, we invest 20 million into making this activity happen with 20 models and blah, blah, blah. And we can get so much reach and so much that we can then go find sponsors and advertisers and people who want to throw us money. And they made a killing. Just a good, really good business model. Smart people. That's just what it is. But yeah, he got to the point where he's like that stuff didn't, he lived a life most men would look at and say, "Wow, that would be sick."
Yeah.
Like that would be sick. He's doing, and then he said, he got to the point where I was just like again.
Yeah, 20 girls today.
He's like,
20 girls today.
He's like, and I couldn't be bothered. He's like, and what it taught him, which touches on this whole thing, and I think for the Zagami guy, is he goes, I think life is all about, this is the peak. How do I get there as slowly as possible so I can enjoy
each step?
Do you know what I mean? So that I finish at the peak at the end of my life.
Oh, yes.
Not get to the peak now because I want to get to the peak in the next 10 years because then you're going to drop. He's like, if I could redo it again and I knew this was the peak, I wouldn't try and get there as fast as I can. I would say, okay, cool. What is the longest route I could take that's going to make me get there so that I can enjoy this whole journey as it goes? Because we are so focused on the end thing. We are so focused on the yacht, the helicopter, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And it's like, there is no next thing. There's now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's now and that's it. Because the reality is, dude, like, you got up this morning, you went and bought a car. Someone didn't wake up this morning.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He could have sat there, I'm going to buy a car tomorrow.
Yeah.
Didn't get up.
Yeah. Person who had plans this morning died.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Tonight.
It's like, I guess just enjoy your time while you're here.
Enjoy your time. Part of the reason why I was on, because I was on the way back from driving from the dealership and I called you. It's because I was listening to the podcast, to our podcast, and you were talking about your car. This is the podcast that I'm also subscribed to, $1 Million Days podcast.
You are?
I'm actually subscribed to $1 Million Days. Did you know that?
How'd you subscribe?
I press, there's a button on the top right hand corner, bang, and I press it and I subscribe.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
if you haven't worked it out yet, the button might not be in the top right hand corner, but it's somewhere on the screen.
It's definitely.
Work it out.
Don't listen to him.
Stop right now. Stop right now. If you're driving,
right hand, it's nowhere else. It is nowhere else. If you can't find it, then
You are the problem.
You are the problem.
Yeah.
And you need to sort your life out by listening to this.
where else in your life you're not finding what you need?
That's it. So I was listening to the podcast, which was funny because you were talking about your car and how you purchased it, and you're like, oh, sick, it's come full circle. Like, oh, I had to call him, just bought a car. Anyway, fun times. Busy, huh? Busy. We just said now, like that training we went to was early last year, and you're thinking, fuck, was it this year? Because I thought
that was this year.
I
Yeah,
had,
I was
I had the
like,
same
wait, that was this
conversation. I
year.
thought, fuck, when was it? Was it this year that I bought the car? I'm like, no. Can't believe it was nearly 2 years ago. Right, September, yeah? We're still September by the time this is.
Yeah.
Still September, but end of.
This will be,
It was the end of September.
ish.
So you got October, November, December, 2.5 months before the end of the year, before Christmas. What have you done? What are you going to do?
2 months really, because once it's December, it's all done and done. And
Look,
if you're anything
I
like
find
me,
we're really
once
busy in
Melbourne Cup
December.
comes,
Yeah, I remember you saying that. As an employee, that's what you're like.
now, dude, I don't even get a Christmas now.
Working Christmas.
I was actually thinking,
Yeah.
I love this podcast. I was actually thinking about that this year.
all right.
Because I was like,
Might unsubscribe later.
are you subscribed?
Just so I can subscribe. That's how much I love it.
I haven't had a holiday in a while. Like when I say I haven't had a holiday, like I went to Europe last year.
Yeah.
But I was working through it. But like I haven't
be nice.
taken. So, thanks. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And then someone was talking to someone and they're like, you should come down to WA. Like, it was really nice there. Like, come down, come hang out for a couple of weeks.
There's sharks there.
Yes, there is. And in the water as well. And, where was I going with that? Oh, yeah. And then he's like, why don't you just come down over Christmas? Like, why don't you come down, like, you know what I mean? Meet someone there. And I'm like, and I thought, what the fuck am I doing over? Usually, I haven't. So every time over Christmas, I usually take that time to plan and, like, plan out my next 12 months. And then I'm like, that's interesting, man. Like, I wonder if I could do that. Like, I haven't even thought that far ahead. But I'm like, I wonder if now I could say, okay, cool, we're going to close up shop for 2 weeks. Or we shut shop from Christmas to New Year's. Or, do you know what I mean? I haven't done that yet. And it's like, yeah, it's interesting. Do you normally close shop, don't you?
Yeah, we close up shop every Christmas.
For how long?
2 to 3 weeks, but generally 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So Christmas, that week of Christmas, we'll shut down and then reopen like the second or third week of January.
I hate to conform.
Look, I do it I actually like the break. I reckon it's the one time of the year
You
that
actually
I
get to
switch off a little bit because no one's calling me. None of the jobs are open. The only things I do are because I want to do them, not because they have to be done. So I feel that it's a bit of a relaxing time. It's Christmas, presents,
Kids
New Year,
at home.
beach, like take the ski out, like having fun. Do you know what I mean? Enjoying the fruits of your labor. So I quite enjoy that time of the year. Melbourne's fun during the summer period too. There's things to do. So I enjoy it. And then we do go on a few holidays as well, interstate and whatnot.
I feel like it's a trap.
Look, yeah, I know what you're saying from that perspective.
Yeah, I feel like it's a great way to fall into normal life.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Yeah, that's why I don't do
Do
it.
you hate that? Like just to have that time, like it's not work, like it's a work-life blend. Do you know what I mean?
Is it?
What's the difference with you going on holiday mid-year comparatively, just because everyone else is doing it during that time?
No, what do you mean?
What's the difference if you go on holiday in July for 2-3 weeks, with the going to a holiday in Christmas or during Christmas time?
Why not do both?
Yeah, well, why not? But if you only do one, what's the difference? You're still conforming by taking a holiday to a degree, aren't you? Just enjoying the time off, having that balance and that zen in your life for that period of time. Doesn't mean you're conforming. You can still be working. You could still be pumping out ads and doing everything you got to do and working on systems. See, this is what I like about it, because the things that I work on are things that I want to work on. It's not like I have to process this payment because if I don't, the whole job's going to stop, or I've got to make this phone call or order this material. Like there's none of that. It's, no, I'm going to work on this business system. I'm going to write this new policy. I'm going to look at structuring my next 12 months, my next holiday periods, like all that sort of shit. So anything I do at that time, I enjoy it.
Not I hate, I'm very conscious about not making sure I'm doing something because I want to do it.
Yeah. See, I actually want to.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Like my kids aren't at school, like at school holidays too. So I get to spend good time with them during that time and the missus. So it's about us I like that period of the year. Always have. Even when I was an employee, when I had my own business, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I used to take holidays at that time every year.
Oh yeah, cool.
I used to put it in so early. I was the guy who's I slot all my annual leave in the perfect dates.
Yeah.
I'd go take Monday off in between Melbourne Cup.
You probably, you know what, you should. As an employee, I don't see that as an issue.
Yeah,
you can end up getting, if you do it properly, there was a person that did this exercise.
Yeah,
like if you do it properly,
yeah.
you get, for taking 7 days off, you actually get
Yeah, so
a
much.
month worth of holidays.
Yeah, like that window between New Year's and Christmas.
Yep, and then Easter as well. Similar
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Take those 3 days
Take those
after
3
Easter.
days off. Like you can do it properly. Yeah. So, well, good little segue into what I wanted to actually have a bit of a chat about. So last month, where are we? September? August. So in August 26th, they brought in new workplace laws. So the Fair Work brought in the right to disconnect for employees. So in other words, meaning as an employer, you don't need to answer. So employees have a right to disconnect, meaning they don't need to respond to phone calls, emails, nothing, whilst they're outside of work hours.
What's it called? The right to disconnect.
Right to disconnect.
Fair Work.
It's a real thing. You don't believe me?
No, I just want to make sure that we provide everyone listening enough information to keep them out of trouble.
What do you think about the concept, first of all?
The right to disconnect.
Yeah. So France have brought this in too. I think they're a little bit more strict with it.
France is?
As in penalise employers if they do try to make contact with employees.
Yeah. So
it's more,
what do you know about it at the moment?
Look, I haven't deep dived into it, but from what I see, it's just saying that employees are not obligated to answer emails, phone calls, anything after their work hour.
Okay, so here, look, right to disconnect. Employees of non-small business employers. Yeah. So small businesses deemed anything doing less than 10 mil. Mm-hmm. Employees of non-small business owners have the right to refuse to monitor, read, or respond to contact or attempted contact outside their working hours, unless doing so is unreasonable. This includes contact or attempted contact from an employer or a third party. So basically, I don't know. Me personally, I have a rule with my team and I say, hey, like, I won't call you outside of work hours. If I call you outside of work hours, fucking answer because something's wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something's gone wrong somewhere.
Yeah, but they don't have to.
Hey?
I'm not going to answer your call. Call me tomorrow.
So this is what the outlaw states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you say no, if I call you, answer. You just said if I call you, answer. No.
Yeah, but
I'm your
I
employee.
also So okay, let's work both ends of this, right? Because yes, I get that, and that would annoy the shit out of me. And I say, no, I won't call you tomorrow. Matter of fact, I won't call you ever again because you're not working anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I don't call them unless something's wrong. Because I know there would be people who are much the opposite.
Oh, without a doubt. And this is for the small
pests.
minority, yeah?
Yeah.
This is for the small minority of people that take advantage of that thing.
I think that's what this is coming for.
It is. But okay, in the same token, right? And this is what shits me. There's also not a small minority, there's a big portion of the workforce out there that wouldn't mind if you called them outside of hours, or don't mind answering phone calls or emails or anything outside of work hours. Because do you know why?
This doesn't say you're not allowed to.
Yes.
Because you have the right to refuse. So if someone doesn't mind,
they'll still
do it anyway.
They still can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it breeds a bit of complacency in that space then?
You don't think our life here in Australia breeds complacency?
Without a doubt. This is what I mentioned like the other day. It's like the bar's here, man. It's not high. You can step over the bar these days. Like if you want to crush it in life, just fucking work 10% harder than everyone else and you will crush it. Do you know what I mean? Let those people disconnect. Oh yeah, well, right, because I don't need to answer this. You know what? If your boss calls you, answer the fucking phone if you want to progress in your career. Hey, how are you, mates? Well, yeah, good. This, and this, and this, and this, and this. Oh, yep, no worries. I'll get onto it tomorrow. Oh, look, I really need you to send this email. Do you mind doing it? No worries, mate. I'll get it sorted. Okay, so you get people like that. Who do you think, like at the end of the day, during tough times, is going to stick around the company? Who that employer? And you might say, oh, you know, they're not going to discriminate. Fucking oath, they will.
As in, who's the better performer?
Yeah.
Of course they will.
100%.
Who reckons they will? Do you reckon people think that?
They're not going to say, oh, no, you can't discriminate just because I didn't answer my phone call at night.
I'm not discriminating. It's called performance.
No. You just say, no, it doesn't matter regardless. They could argue that. That's what I mean. These people are that small-minded.
You reckon people think like that?
I reckon the entitled people.
So if I need to remove, let's just say I have 10 employees and I need to remove 8.
Yeah.
I've recently read the Elon Musk
Oh, you finished it?
biography. Got like, listened. There's like 40 minutes left of a 20-something hour book.
Big book.
Dude, like the Twitter parts in there, everything, yeah? Like, it's up to date. It's very recent.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, he fired 75% of Twitter.
Love it.
And
Absolutely love that.
yeah, he went in and just shook the... Dude, took over a business that had 8,000 employees.
Yeah.
By the time he was not done, but by the time he was like on his third round of firing, and down to like 2,000 running sessionally.
So good.
Just removed 75% of his payroll.
Yeah.
8,000 employees. Can you imagine how much money they were paying?
Yeah.
Out. You know what I mean? He's completely shaken it up. And
That's what he did. He went in there and then you do something like, oh, you can't fire me. Yes, I can. Here's 8 weeks leave. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? And just got rid of everyone.
yeah, there was different strategies each time.
Yeah.
There was ones where he did things where you're like, that's
Give me one.
Huh?
I don't know. Tell me one.
like,
You remember?
they had a big thing and he knew that he was going to fire everyone, but he had to wait until a particular bonus was paid so that they couldn't claim it.
Oh, okay.
Sue him for it.
Yeah.
And then someone asked him and he's like, no one else is going to get fired. And then the next week bonus get paid, fired like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Like, just doesn't. And then he said, I actually didn't fire them. I actually assessed their performance and they weren't performing. So we moved them on.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't fire them. We did a performance review and they weren't meeting expectations. We didn't just cull them.
Yeah. So he still protected himself.
Dude, guy's smart.
That's what I mean. Not fucking around.
Guy's
That's what I mean. He was definitely being discriminative. Like he was, no, well, not discriminative.
Yes, they were
but-
picking who they want to keep on, who are the best
That's what I
A
mean.
players.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Who thinks there's something wrong with that?
No, I just reckon people would be feel hard done by, oh, well, just because he answered his phone call outside of hours, that's why he's getting it.
Probably, yeah.
Even though he can't say that. He probably can't say, yes, the reason he's keeping his job is because he answers my call at 7:30 p.m.
That wouldn't be the only reason.
I know, but it's a reason. Like it's
it
a
would
significant
play
one.
on the. It's not that he answered the call. It's that he was there when we needed him. It's that he stepped up when he had to.
right.
It's that he cared. It's that he was committed to the team.
And this is my problem with this rule is it doesn't encourage any of that. It encourages entitlement. You can't call me after 5 p.m. Who the fuck do you think you are? I have a life outside of here. But all the things that you just described
the world
are
we live in.
quality traits in just being a human being. Forget that it's for work for a second. Right? But what if you enjoy work? There are people out there that enjoy their job.
So quality traits are only quality traits. They're only valued. Things are valued because there is a lack of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Someone who's born into a billionaire family doesn't care about money.
Yeah.
Someone who's broke cares because there's a lack. If we don't care about people putting pants on because everyone does it. Do you know what I mean? But if like all of a sudden people walking off no pants, you'd be like, hey, put your fucking pants on. And you'd be like, at least this bloke wears his pants.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we care about what is missing. What was I going with that?
Just pants. No pants. Wait, hold
on.
You lost me at no pants.
No pants.
No, we're talking about people not caring about you.
Oh yeah, exactly. The reason why we value those things is because there isn't many people doing them.
That's right.
If everyone did that, if everyone was an A player, you all of a sudden wouldn't value A players as much because it would just be like, there's another one.
Yeah, but then there's surely, you're saying...
That's why you value good team members.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Because there
That's
isn't many.
Japan.
Hey?
That's the Japanese tradition in corporate. Because everybody's a player over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Japan is a great insight into certain things that, like, I love Japanese food, Japanese culture.
I'm reading Ikigai at the moment.
Great book.
Nearly finished it.
They take it to the extreme.
They do take it to the extremes, and they've even gotten to the point now. Did you know Japan's population has decreased by 5 million people over the last decade?
No.
Yeah, because they're not reproducing.
It is going to get decreased.
But that's the
like
world,
20%.
isn't it? Is
Hey?
that the whole world population's doing that?
Not right now, but it is.
Japan's number one on that.
Yeah.
Korea's behind it.
Yes. South Korea is behind it.
Yeah.
And it's a big problem because that is a trajectory that takes a long. It's like losing weight. You do the push-ups now and you see the results later. So you need to have the kids now because then people start dying across the aging thing. And he actually talks about it in his book, Elon Musk. People need to be focused on making sure that humanity lives on, because eventually we're going to get to the point where, like Japan don't. I think they have for every 2 people, 0.7 people.
Are born or are being born.
Yeah. So for every couple, the reproduction rate to stay the same, every couple has to have 2 kids. That will keep everything at the same level. they're having 0.7. So they're having 33% of the amount. So they're headed backwards massively. Do you know what I mean? Like massive problem. And I think Japan's a great, because they're so far
What's the
advanced.
disadvantage of it?
We're going to run out of humans.
In like 100 years. Or so.
Yeah.
And there's also a major problem because the most of the population in Japan is over 60 or something.
Yeah.
So every single
Japan is
policy,
headed in a really
every
bad
single
way.
policy that's coming out, it is directly to those old people, not to the young ones. And it's messing up the whole system.
Yeah, because they're targeting the masses.
Yeah, the majority is old people.
Yeah.
And every single policy is for old people in Japan.
Yeah.
And back to the topic about Japanese like workforce, there's also the problem of working overtime. So what happens
That's
is
expected
that
there.
yeah, so the problem that's showing up is that because everybody's wasting too much time at work,
Yeah.
the workplace becomes the family.
Yeah.
And if you get fired from the company, it's like you are getting disowned by your family. So no one hires you again. So you can never get fired in Japan.
Yeah, right.
That is the biggest problem.
thing.
And people are just spending too much time in the work and no family.
Yeah,
and they don't give a fuck about their families.
That's right. And then they're not having kids. Do you reckon the women then are also being encouraged to have that corporate life too? Because that's probably contributing to that whole aspect, being that women are now encouraged to be having the corporate life, being the boss bitch, going out there doing everything they're going to do, meaning they don't have kids till later in life, or they don't have kids at all.
I don't know. I don't know if the Western part has.
So Japan has mostly men's in the corporates.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
women are,
Westernized.
they're supposed to like look at their children. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
The
it's still a
structure of-
cultural thing like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
And
Well, that's interesting how you look at it. You know, that
Yeah.
you're going to run out of people.
But it's a thing.
Yeah, I find it like very hard to comprehend.
That's
my
the
brain
problem.
in my brain.
That's the problem. And then by the time people comprehend it, all of a sudden you're going to get to a point where the majority are starting to die off.
Yeah.
And then by the time you do something about it, and then it's going to take 20 years to start to get adults
Again, coming through.
back coming through again. And then all of a sudden that 20-year period, you've had so many people drop off that now your society, your average age is young. There's no, like, you know what I mean? There's no one leading.
Yeah.
It's a big,
Everyone
massive-
thinks they're a fucking cat
yeah,
or a fucking pot plant.
that's another problem.
That's another topic for another day. But anyway.
But yeah, so I think we can learn from Japan. Did you mention Japan or did you? You did. We can learn from the mistakes that other people make as well. Like
But
in the
it sounds
sense of,
like no one is.
huh?
Sounds like no one is.
Yeah,
You just said, but even there, you're saying they're still making policy for.
that's because they're trying to
older
win.
people.
That's politics, dude. They're trying to win the masses. Same way Conor McGregor comes out and says
they're not
that he
learning from
loves Indian people.
Why does he say that?
Because
When did he
it's-
say that?
Just recently,
Did he?
yeah,
Does he?
he put out a whole tweet. I don't know, but I think he's just playing the masses.
Yeah.
Most populated country in the world.
Yeah.
Let me get. If I have 2 billion people that love me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, go, fight,
Do you know what
go
I mean?
do a fight over there.
Yeah, like if I've got this many people
People
that
shout.
absolutely adore me for who I am, then I'm going to be endorsed by these people. You know what I mean? That's a big market, yeah? The Indian market. Dude. The most populated country in the world, yeah?
It's not fucking around.
There's also estimations that Nigeria will become the second or third most populated country in the world. I think they're like 100 and something million now, and they're expected to be at 1 billion by the end of this century.
Is that a third world country?
Nigeria?
Yeah.
Yeah, so is India.
Yeah, okay.
So is China. China's probably better than most, but they're not great. But you have 1 billion people.
Yeah.
You have to feed them and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you got to keep them alive.
So China actually keeps themselves in like the third world, like developing country on purpose. I don't know why it is, but there are like benefits by being a third world country, like a developing country.
Yeah, the quality of life is not great, dude.
No, it's actually great. It's just that
It's not.
China
He went. Have you been?
purposely keeps it like that.
Have you been?
Yeah,
to
no,
China?
but
Yeah, I've been
that's
there
what
a
I
couple
mean.
of
You just contradicted yourself because you said, no, it is great, but they purposely keep it down. That's what I'm saying. It's not great. I'm not saying they're not on purpose doing it, but it's definitely not great. Like the way most people live in China is not great. Do you know what I mean? But that contradicts, like that feeds directly into what we're talking about here, because most people from China that come here are willing to,
Yeah.
except for the rich, Most people are willing to do what they got to do to get to where they got to go. But then when they've been spoon-fed, or they grew up in a country where complacency is key, and hey, there's all these laws to protect you, and nah, you're the employee, just like tenants.
Yeah.
Nah, you're the tenant. You know, you've got the right to stay here as long as you want. You don't have to pay rent. All that bullshit.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing, and then they get complacent with it, and then we end up with shit people, and who aren't reproducing, and the whole world ends up going backwards. But if everyone was hardworking, like in Japan, you wouldn't value it.
Yeah.
They don't value, are you going to do 12 hours,
Is that all?
half day today?
Yeah.
Like, that's their mentality.
Yeah.
We'd end up in the exact same position if it wasn't for stuff like this.
Australia is also dropping with birth rates.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. A lot of westernized countries are dropping with birth rates. Japan is one of the worst, yeah? Like, there's no one, I think, very few as bad as Japan, but like, I think Australia's 1 point something.
Yeah.
Meaning they're still not reproducing at the same level. Australia's population goes up because of immigration.
Well, mate, at this table, mate, you got to start getting busy.
Me?
Yeah, you're the only one not
He's
reproducing.
only
at
got
the
one
moment.
kid.
Only one? You've only got one?
I'm going to have 10.
Good.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Do you know Elon Musk got like 8 kids? 9 kids?
Yeah.
Did you know he had 2 kids with his sister?
What?
Did you know that?
Don't say shit like that.
I'm not kidding.
Does he know it?
Of course he knows it.
With his sister?
Yeah, she did a
Is that-
surrogate thing, and they used his because he goes, "Can I be the donor?" She was going to have a baby, like she was going to go get a sperm donor, and he said, "Can I be the donor?" Like it would be the and the kids are like super smart, normal kids.
No, but isn't that's incestual?
If you touched her,
No. From the perspective, there's genetic diseases that can come of that too.
yeah, but they can also test for that.
Yeah, test, but it's too late when the fucking baby's in the womb.
Prior, like so they can see certain things where if you have this or if you do that.
Is that in the book?
Tested around 10 weeks old fetus. Yeah, you can test
But you can even test prior, like test the 2 specimens to see. Like I've got this thing.
That's
called,
fucking weird, dude.
I found that so fucking
That's
weird,
fucking
dude.
weird. That's put me off now.
I found that to be the weirdest thing.
I don't
They
like
had
them as
twins.
much anymore.
They had twins. Yeah, it's like they're his twins, but the mum's his sister.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And he did it without telling his wife. Dude, the guy's odd.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you have to be when you're playing at that level.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
very,
You look at all super smart, super successful, super high performer people. They're odd.
He's
they need to
very,
be because
very odd, dude.
they've got to think differently from the norm.
But you also see the way he takes things in and the way he sees things and the things he discusses, and you think, like some stuff he says, you're like, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Some stuff he says, you're like, makes sense. That's good. I like the way you're looking at it.
Yeah, interesting.
But yeah, that level of complacency. Look, I don't know. Is it a bad thing?
I don't know. I don't know. And I must admit, it's very rare that I've ever called my employees outside of work.
That's what I'm saying.
Very rare. And like there's not, don't get me wrong though, I have. Yeah. I've texted them, like say for example, say, hey, I need you to go here. On tomorrow morning, don't go here, go here. So I'll have to text them to let them know that. Now, does that take that away? I'm glad, as long as the rules don't go too far left. Do you know what I mean? Like as in, if you text, then you get fined $400,000. Do you know what I mean? If it gets to that level, then I'd be shitty. But if it's just a matter of they have the right not to respond,
So
they
if
can
they said,
want to.
okay, so if they said, if you find, like 400,000 is excessive, but if they said,
let's just say,
if you
let's
text
say
your
it's 10
employees-
grand.
yeah, or even something where you could be like, all right, say it's $500.
Yeah. That would piss me off. Like,
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Why would it piss you off?
Because I messaged someone outside of hours.
No. So the way it would have to work is they'd have to implement that law. If they implemented the law, would you get pissed off?
That you got fined if I messaged
Yeah,
your clients?
so
Absolutely.
that-
Yeah, that would annoy me.
That would annoy you? Yeah. Why?
Because if I need to contact my employee for the benefit of my
Yeah.
business, I can't do that, but now I'll get penalized as a result
the
of it.
reality is you only can't do that if the employee goes and tells them. Right?
Yeah, that's
And
right.
then if that employee goes and makes me get fined, guess who's not going to have a job next week?
Yeah.
So you just saved me so. You know what? I'd like it. You just saved me so. You just gave me a thing that's going to work out this guy or girl is a dick or
But
not.
you know what? If they've got rules like that in place,
Yeah.
yeah, you watch what would happen with other rules and fair work, then go, well, he unfair dismissal. They'll go you for that shit. If they're going to complain to you about getting rid of you,
That's fine. What are you going to cost me? $3,000, $5,000, $10,000? Go away. Do you know what I mean? You will cost me more in the long run that I won't notice as a bad employee. Do you know how good a good employee is? Do you know how fucking good it is when you hire someone and they fucking think for themselves and you're like, man, like, what the fuck was I settling for before?
Yep.
You know, you engage someone and they actually do what you teach them. Do you know what I mean? And then you're like, yes, you're thinking this through, dude. Like, yes, well done. Thanks for reminding me. Fucking hallelujah. This law, if that's going to save me, that, I'm all for it. If that's going to make me expose, so it's like, dude, it's like when someone fucks you over. And you're
So
like,
you say,
hey,
yeah, I guess it's good. You're looking at it from the perspective that it's going to
expose.
It's probably a good way. Then fucking send text messages every night. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, or no, send it once. You got to send it to one person
Yeah, and just see, like, you know.
to see who it is.
You're gonna,
and then you send it to the next person and see
you're
who
going
it
to
is.
expose us? Yeah, or are you in? Are you committed? Also, flip the script. If you're a business owner, don't be a fucking dick. Do you know what I mean? Don't hassle your employees. I know someone, I heard this from a third party, but someone would message their employees at like 2 a.m. And you're like, dude, like, don't fucking do that. You know what I mean? I even tell my employees, we work on Slack.
When you say message, like phone?
Yeah, like phone or WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I tell my employees, hey, anything after hours, WhatsApp, Slack. If I message you at 10 p.m. on Slack, it's because I'm working. You don't have to reply till you start. I'm just dropping you a message because I'll forget otherwise.
Yeah.
And then reply when you start. Do you know what I mean? And I would have some that would reply on the spot. I'm like, hey, like, you don't have to reply. Like,
Do you say that to them when they reply?
I'll just let them know. But then if they keep replying, I wouldn't say it.
What about email? I send emails often
Yeah, do what I want.
out of night, out of hours. So I'll be working and I'll be like, oh, I remember
you
that.
got
I can
Microsoft
send
365 there.
Yeah.
You can schedule emails.
Oh, to go first thing in the morning.
Yeah, you can say, like, send this at 7:30.
I don't know what to do that. I just normally send it. But I don't expect them to read the email. You know what I mean? I send it, like, but you can answer it in the morning. You don't have to, when you get to work, you don't have to send me an email and respond to that right now.
Yeah.
But then, you know, but then would they turn around and say, here's all my list of emails he's sending me at 9, 10, 11 o'clock at nighttime.
Yeah.
There you go, fair work.
Yeah, also, like, where did they draw the line? Like, okay, what if I run into them? Yeah, like the whole.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
Like, what if I run into them in the street? Like, what if I'm at the shops and I see my calls? I have to look the other way. Like, where do you draw the line?
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah, don't talk about work.
Completely unwork.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, where do you draw the line? But, dude, these boundaries allow you to see people's behaviors.
I like the point of view.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you just see people's behaviors. You're like, okay, cool. Like, if you're willing to get us fined
Yeah.
for that, are you really committed to where we're going here? Do you know what I mean? If I'm not overstepping my boundaries.
Yeah, and which
I'm talking like a
that's what I
one-off.
mean. But
Yeah.
this is, I would say most employers, would be like that.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think the
most.
vast majority of people wouldn't be overstepping their boundary.
No.
When they're calling you to do something or ask you for something, like sometimes it's, you know, say I'm about to call a client, close a deal, and I'm going to call the client I've scheduled the call at 7 p.m. because that's what time it is. And then I call someone else, I called him and said, hey, did you get that quote? How much was it? Well, did you speak to that person? And it's an important piece of information. Like, I would want to be able to call them up and say, hey, I'm just about to close this deal. What's the go?
I also think someone at that level in your business won't, like, they're not at entry level.
Yeah, correct.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not a person someone who has that level of critical information that's going to impact you at that hour isn't someone where they're going to clock off at 5:01 or 4:59 every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they're going to understand that there's going to be a relationship there. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, I do.
And I always tell people, call me, like most people, I pulled back now with clients just because sometimes you can have some people who can overstep boundaries. But most people that I work with, especially if you've got a good relationship, call me whenever you want. Oh, I don't want to call. What if you're eating dinner? I probably won't answer. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm probably not going to answer your call if I'm eating dinner. That's just the truth. And that's fine. Like, I'll call you back if I get a chance later. If not,
Well, I actually had some clients call me last night at 7 o'clock, and my phone is on do not disturb. It goes automatically on do not disturb at like 6. And only people in my favorites can get through to me. Like as in the phone will actually ring. So I didn't even hear their phone call because I didn't see it.
Am I in your favorites?
You're not. No. So don't fucking call me. You can call me, I'm just not going to listen to it. Nah, Iggy, I'll put you on my favorites. I'm going to put you on my favorites, Iggy. You make me look good. You make me look better than I am. So I've got to put you on my favorites. Have to. But you've never called me out of hours. What's wrong with you? I thought we're friends. Is this what you're telling me?
I message you outside of hours heaps.
Yeah.
We talk on Sundays.
I mean, we talk on we've done WhatsApp, actually.
Yeah.
No, we've communicated WhatsApp. But you're going to, that's just telling me that this is purely professional. I thought we were actually friends. What's going on, Iggy?
We talk.
Yeah, we talk
days.
all the time.
Yeah.
10 p.m.
Is that it? What about when you're playing squash?
Wait, I'll message him, but if he doesn't reply in like a minute, I'll call him.
Yeah. And then
Like,
he doesn't answer, then he's like,
what is going on? Yeah.
Oh, what's going on?
Like, hey,
What are you doing?
I called you, you didn't answer. Can you reply to my messages?
Fun fact.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Fun fact about the birth thing.
The birth.
Japan is actually not number 1.
Oh, who is?
It's actually Ukraine because of the war.
What's Japan number 2?
Japan's actually number 4, but you can't count the other 2 because it's very small countries. Monaco and Saint Pierre and Maculin or something.
Yeah.
So
Where's Australia?
Australia is 140 something.
Okay, still got some time.
Yeah.
Might go ask Nicole if she wants
Here's,
to have a kid.
here's the thing. You heard it here first, Nicole. Here's the thing with things like this. It is so far out of our... It's out of our lifetime as humans.
Yeah.
Like we don't get to... Like the
We're not gonna
decisions we
experience
make now, we don't get to see the... You know, it's like the environment stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go on to that. Do you buy into all that?
The global warming and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I think it makes sense.
It makes sense. Like I'm a logical person from that
Yeah,
perspective.
and you're like,
saying,
we're
well,
living on a rock.
Yeah, we live exactly.
Like-
Cars are the cars, the emissions, the fumes, the coal stations, like all that stuff affecting the environment. That makes a lot of sense when you consider how many there's billions of cars on the planet. There's so much pollution. Would it increase the temperature? I mean, that makes sense to a degree. I don't know. Is it melting the polar ice caps? I don't know. Like Port Phillip Bay doesn't look deeper. Like the water isn't at my office yet. So is it affecting? I don't know.
But there is countries that are sinking.
Is that? Yeah. Look, I don't know.
Like not sinking.
If you ever
just the
hear
water
about
levels rising.
Jordan Peterson's podcast about what his take is on global warming,
He says bullshit. Yeah?
he worked with some like very smart people on the list of problems with the UN. What's the world problems? And in the top 20, global warming wasn't in it.
Yeah.
There were very smart people, and they didn't even bother to put global warming in the top 20 problems.
Yes, here's what you need to ask when you, because like, you know, what's a hungry man's problem? They don't have food. What's a wealthy man's problem? He's trying to buy a new car. Do you know what I mean? Like problems are relevant to your agenda. So you got to ask like, what are the people and what do they want? Are they thinking about the next 500 years? Are they thinking about how they can make money now? Are they thinking about their kids? Like where is their head at? Because then problems are all relevant to what you're looking for. You know what I mean? If I'm trying to lose weight, my problems are relevant to that as opposed to someone who's skinny. They don't have the same problems I have. Your problems are relevant to what you want.
Yeah.
And I don't know who those people are. I think Jordan Peterson's a very smart guy. And there's an interview with him and Elon Musk.
Yes, I haven't seen it. I've seen snippets of it.
It's interesting. It's weird. Weird chat. Like you watch it, you're like, these are two titans of the world right now. Like, dude, Elon Musk is a fucking titan of the world.
Yeah.
You guys get that, right? Like we are witnessing, I think this is the greatest time to be alive.
Yeah. Arrogance pretty good.
I think
A lot of opportunities. A lot of things going on.
Opportunities. I think we are witnessing greatness in all our sports. Has there ever been a greater soccer player than like Ronaldo or Messi, whoever you fucking fan of? Has there ever been a better basketball player? We watched someone break the all-time record of everything. LeBron James. Yeah. He's the most high scorer. Going to play with his son.
Oh, is he?
He's going to play with his son, dude. His son got fucking drafted to the Lakers. They're going to play him and his son on the same team. Dude. He is crushing it in every aspect of life.
That is so fucking cool.
How cool is that?
That is the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Imagine on an alley-oop to your son.
Oh, yeah. Let's get him on the show.
Call him.
LeBron.
Call him, man.
LeBron. Put it on. Next time you're relevant, get there.
Dude, one of my all-time favorite athletes.
I think I mentioned this in the podcast previously. You know, he schedules sleep.
Yeah.
Because I listened to it a little while ago. It was on the Calm app, and he did a whole series about sleep and how it's one of his most important things that he does every single day. Like at 2:00, he'll go and have a nap for an hour.
Do you want to?
He'll do he actually schedules naps throughout the day.
Do you want to have the best sleep of your life?
I'd love to. Thank you.
Come have an ice bath.
Shit.
I'm telling you.
I knew it. I knew there was a catch.
I'm telling you right now, dude.
Yeah.
If you take an ice bath, I'll come also. I'll record you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're going to record me? You're not going to get in?
Nah, I'm just going to record you.
Why? You're from Mongolia.
That's right.
It's like you'll feel home for a bit.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who love it, but it's not for me.
Mongolia's got torrential cold.
Just people just go out in the winter and do ice baths. But it's not for me.
Have you tried it?
Extreme. Nah.
It's not extreme. How is cold water extreme? I don't. You know what? I can't wrap my. You know, people who like fear of jumping out of a plane and stuff. I get that. Like you could die. This is water. Dude,
I don't have a fear.
No,
I don't have a fear.
There are so many people I've seen say like, oh no, like cold. Even like Michael Chandler, like a UFC fighter. He's like, yeah, that was one of my biggest fears, man, getting into an ice bath. And I'm like, how? Like this is water.
Yeah.
Like it's cold, but that's all it is. And you get used to it. Like once you're in there for 2 minutes, you can't feel anything anymore.
Yeah.
But people have this. It goes to show you fear is so built up in your own brain.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, without it's put there by someone else.
But it is put there by someone else. I'm telling you now, we go ice,
get hooked.
hot, ice, hot, ice, hot. You'll have
3
the best
times.
fucking sleep of your life, dude. Best sleep.
Might go to bed that straight after.
Yeah, literally. Like do it at like 8 p.m. and go home.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, dude, your body just sinks into such a deeper level of sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know what the science is behind it, but you physically, doctor, you just pass out and you just get out cold. Even
I'm like that now, but that's good.
Even my Whoop, like you track your sleep, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, even my Whoop, like usually when I do that, like at night, I'll have a better sleep.
Are you still using those mouth covers and nose covers and shit like that?
I use the nose ones, not the mouth.
Yeah.
Even though it showed
It was better.
it was better.
Just annoyed you?
It's just not comfortable, dude.
I can imagine this with facial hair too.
Yeah, like ripping it off in the morning hurts. Yeah, it's just not comfortable. It's not a comfortable, like, I'm also not okay, I'm going to bed. Do you know what I mean? I like to like wind down. So once you get the mouth tapes on, dude, like no more winding down. This is like go to sleep.
Have you tried hot bath, very hot bath, and bone soup?
No.
What?
Bone soup?
Yes, and bone soup.
No.
Bone broth?
Yeah, like a broth or something.
Like
whatever.
to eat?
Yeah, something that you actually eat, but you take a bath and it's very hot.
No.
And you,
What? You bath in bone broth?
yeah, very hot one.
That's a lot of broth.
Yeah, that's like,
What a waste of food.
that's a lot of broth, and that's a lot
take
of.
a bath for
it's like you're trying to cook yourself.
15 minutes. You come out, you sweat like a fucking pig, and
After
you
it?
go dead sleep. Yeah,
What's the difference between that and hot water?
I have no idea. It was a medicational thing, and it was working at least. That's what I know.
This is this place. This place is across the road, and it's called P3 Recovery. I go there.
Is that our sponsor for the week?
Sure. I go there.
Go there, say Robbie, give the discount code Robbie20.
Yeah.
They'll give you 20% off.
Is the code Robbie20? No, I go there. I reckon at least 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And I usually go in and I have a sauna. I come out of the sauna. I jump straight into the ice bath. It's cold as fuck. Get out. And most of the time, I'll jump in the hot tub straight after, and then I'll get out and go. But like yesterday, I went there late, and I did ice hot, which is what they want you to do. But I just don't have time for it. They reckon the temperature changes is good for you. They actually tell you to go ice, hot, cold, warm. There's 4. But I'm just like, what's warm going to give me that hot slot? Like I just go extreme. So I just go ice, hot. And I had a really good sleep. Slept through all my alarms, everything. Like it was out cold.
Sick.
That to me says I was in a deep sleep.
Yeah.
Like, and my recovery was through the roof.
Do you get up without an alarm?
Today I did.
Yeah.
Only because I slept through the hours.
No. Do you get up? Do you get up before your alarm? I'm finding the last 6 weeks I'm awake before my alarm goes off.
Nah, but I've also been a point in my life where I'm changing my routine. Like I don't go to the gym in the morning anymore.
Okay.
I haven't been doing that for a while.
Where do you go during the day?
Yeah, if I go train, I'll go during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did mix that up a little bit. I
don't like it.
was going morning, but a little bit later. I used to go at like 6. This Wednesday just passed, I went at 6
PM.
AM.
Today's Wednesday.
Yesterday morning. Today's it? The fuck? No, today's Thursday.
People listening to this, it's Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, get used to it. We film this shit on any day of the week. But you listen to it on a
every
Wednesday.
day of the week.
Anyway.
So yeah, do I agree with the laws?
Yes.
Yes. Do I think you should have an ice bath? Yes. Do I think LeBron James is the greatest sportsman in the world?
At the moment, past and present, or past
Greatest.
and present, yeah, and future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like LeBron too.
Yeah, I think he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
He's not the GOAT icon, which I think most people get the Michael Jordan thing mixed up. I think Michael Jordan is a character very few people have the chance of passing. Just like McGregor was for the UFC. Is McGregor the best fighter? No. But was he the biggest icon? 100%. Yeah.
It'd be very. I don't think anyone will pass him.
Jordan?
No, McGregor in that space.
Yeah, I think Jordan's might be the same. Like, I don't think anyone will be that big a superstar. Like, people would
even
pass
my
out.
kids know Jordan.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh my God.
They don't know.
Jordan.
Yeah, they don't know Jordan.
Yeah. Most people know LeBron.
Yeah, he still plays though.
Yeah, good point. Will they know him in 20 years?
You'd think so.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, his son's playing.
Yeah. That's cool though. I dig that. Playing with his kid. How old is he? He's in his 40s. He'd be close to 40 now, wouldn't he?
LeBron, I think he's like 39, 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, his son's 18, 19.
That's cool. That is cool, man.
Yeah, so he had a kid early. Like, had a kid at like 21 or whatever. And then he's going to play in the NBA, be the first ever father-son duo.
That is sick.
Yeah.
Even it's just good publicity for the Lakers, even if he's no good.
LeBron James will turn 40 in December.
December 26th.
December 30th.
Oh, that's close.
Very cool. Very cool.
So, to bring this to a close, text your employees after hours. Text them after hours. Call them.
Email them. WhatsApp.
Email them. And then if they snitch you in, you've just learned something. That's the price of the lesson. Yeah. Don't hassle them until you need to. And then it tells a story, dude. In my opinion. All behaviors will tell you more than words ever will.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the guy who's saying, I wish I was skinny, but does nothing about it. Well, you don't really wish. I wish I could succeed in my workplace, but then when you need them, they're not there.
Yeah. When you were working, were you the type to have answered the phone call if it came out after hours?
So growing up, I always worked in big corporations. Like I spent 7 years at Mercedes-Benz from 18 to 24.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I never had that. Like a big corporate's never going to call you after hours. Like,
is that more so because of your role and what you were doing?
Yeah, I was just like a pleb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
for a large portion about. Hey, like what are they going to call you about?
Yeah. Except that time you didn't put a tire on properly.
Yeah, I called them because I was calling in sick.
And then they said, oh, by the way, did you work on this car?
Yeah. What time did you leave last night? I'm like, why? Did I forget to clock off?
Did you get my overtime?
And then they said, let me call you back. And they did. Anyway, I told that story before. But after that, when I got into real estate, I would take client calls at 9 p.m. because I was 100% commission. And I was like, what if someone's calling me to sell? No one ever called me to sell the house at 9 p.m. But that was my mentality. Like, what if someone's calling me? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I would. I also didn't feel like I feel like I need the separation more now. Whereas then I didn't feel like I needed the separation. I could just go and go and go.
Separation in your role as what you're doing today. So if you had a client call at 9 p.m.
No, like I feel like now I request the breaks.
Great question. Okay. So let's put it the other way around. What about when a client calls you out of hours? You should find them. So it's a similar concept, yeah?
It says third party on the
Yeah, but I'm saying, no, the clients aren't going to fucking...
There's no fine now.
No, but the clients, that rule doesn't apply to clients.
It says but any third party as well.
No, calling you the business owner.
Yeah. So, but you as a business owner fall under fair work.
Yeah. So if my client calls me out of hours, I can then...
Well, there's no fine at the moment.
But let's say there was. That's not ever going to work.
But so here's the thing.
What if my employee calls me out of hours? I go, "Oi, fuck you! I'm going to fuck you up now."
Yeah, but right now the law states that they have the right of refusal.
Yes.
Meaning that they have that. So if they answer, that's their choice.
They can't get disciplined for not answering. Is what it's saying.
If they don't answer, you can't.
I'm just saying, forget the law for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just say a client's calling you today.
Yeah.
All right. Legacy Media.
Yep.
And call you up. Hey, I want a video. I want to talk about my video that you recorded for me. Yeah. And they call you at 8:30. How do you feel about that?
It depends on the relationship with the client.
Yeah.
So,
if they're a ball breaker, if they're good clients.
Yeah. So if a client calls me normally, I'll respond. Like for me, it's just like a
courtesy.
Nah, it's like I'm going to forget.
Oh, okay.
Let me just respond. It is easier for me to just send a message now. Otherwise, I'm going to forget that you messaged me. The only time I won't respond is if I don't have my phone on me. Usually. Now, if it's a person that has a bad habit of messaging me outside of hours all the time, then I won't.
Yeah, don't reward that.
Yeah, I'm not going to reward that bad behavior. Yeah. Like I know someone who will call several times in a row.
Yeah.
That's just their...
That's how they are.
That's just how they are.
Yeah, they're not doing it intentionally.
They're not doing it with a bad intent. Yeah, it's do it to everyone. That's just how they are. I've tried to talk to them, like... They'll always do it. They'll call you 2-3 times in a row. Yeah. And if you didn't answer, they're like, okay, then they'll leave it.
Yeah.
And now, even if I was going to call them back after the first call, if they call more than once, I don't call back.
Yeah.
And I make them wait ages because I'm not going to make you think that I called them 3 times in a row, he called me back fast. I won't do it because I think that's the most annoying thing in the world. Like, what do you think? I'm retarded. I can't pick up the phone. Like, I'm obviously doing something. I'm going to see the missed call. My phone works. It's really a phone.
It's an Apple.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a great phone.
You made it in life.
Great phone. Yeah. Made it. We made it, Mama. Yeah. So I don't record that bad behavior.
Yeah. Look,
what about you?
Well, that's partly why I put my phone on that do not disturb. But, yesterday I got a phone call from a client and I didn't see it. And then when I picked up my phone, I saw that I had the missed call. I called him back, actually, that night because it's one of those clients I've got a really good relationship with.
Yeah, you just call, hey, man, like, what's going on? I just saw you call.
Yeah, and often he just calls me on his walk. He's just, walking and he's chatting. The other thing is, if he's depending what I'm doing at the time, like if my kids are in bed, I'm more likely to answer because I'm not. I don't want to.
That's priority.
Yeah, that's right. It's full priority. And then also, if I'm chilling out on the couch watching TV and I can't be fucked, I'm not answering. And that's partly why I put it on the do not disturb because if I see the call, I'm more likely to answer it. Whereas if I don't see it or I don't hear it, and then I'll pick up my phone half an hour later, go, he called me at 7 and now it's 9. I don't need to call him back.
That's where I feel like I need that separation more now.
Yeah.
Like in the sense of from the phone.
Yeah.
Like my phone blows up, dude.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I go camping, I like going to places when there's no reception because like you just can't reach me. Like, and I love that.
Yeah.
Like I know for a fact that when I go, yesterday I got out of and we'll wrap up with this. Yesterday I got out of the ice bath thing and I was probably there for an hour in total and it was about 8:30, 8:45. And I was walking out and my phone's away the whole time. And I get out and I grab my phone and I check it. Nothing. And I smiled. And I'm like, it's just a nice feeling, dude. Yeah. Like my phone, I don't have a good association to my phone blowing up.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. That's why I changed my ringtone the other day. When I say the other day, like 6 months ago, I changed it because I hear that old ringtone. Like I heard it, I was watching TV and that ringtone was on the TV and it fucking just annoyed me.
The one where you throw a pillow at me at 5 a.m.
That's right. Yeah, that is your alarm. Fuck. Anyway, a story another time. Yeah. While we're sleeping together.
Yeah.
And I'm throwing a pillow at you when you're
separate beds.
Separate beds.
Just for clarity.
And yeah, I completely agree with that. But I think also because my clients know that my phone is on Do Not Disturb, they don't call me anymore. You know what I mean? Because I'll say, oh, sorry, I didn't see you called. My phone's on. My phone automatically goes to Do Not Disturb. And then it's like an indirect way to tell them, hey, don't call me after 5 or after 6 or whatever it is.
Yeah. I like the separation though.
Yeah, me too.
I like okay, cool. Like I shouldn't get any more calls after you. I think that
that's why I like coming to work early as well.
But so that comes from getting too many calls during the day.
Yeah, the phone doesn't stop.
Yeah, and it's like if you get the same treatment after hours, it will do your head in. But if you're calling your employees a one-off after hours, it shouldn't do their head in. If you call them all the time, you should stop doing their head in.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I think there's no black and white rule here. I think it's either stop being a dick or fire 'em.
Be more of a dick.
Yeah. One or the other.
One or the other. Awesome. Well, good chat. Good chat.
Yeah. You know what else is annoying? I can't even say.
I feel that Iggy knows what's annoying.
Yeah. Iggy, do you know what it's on?
I feel like it's been on the tip of his tongue all episode. And he's been wanting to say it. Come on, Iggy. You got to be picking up what we're putting down. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. How do we edit that? Can you make sure you put the ding, like the sound effect over that? Who is this guy? Who invited him on the podcast? All right. Make sure you sign up to the podcast. Don't fuck around.
Thanks, guys.